Hey Anna, we just got off the highway. I think we should be at the house within 30 minutes. We have tons of souvenirs for you guys, so get excited.
Thanks, Charlotte. You're the best in-laws in the world. Is there anything you want for dinner?
Oh, haven't you decided on anything yet?
No, not yet. I got distracted by a bunch of things, and before I knew it, this was the time. I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not like I'm mad or anything. I was only asking. I thought maybe you could have steak. Baked potatoes and roasted vegetables if you hadn't made anything yet. It's been ages since I've had a nice big piece of meat, and I've really got the itch.
That sounds good. Leave it to me.
Do you have vegetables in it? What about potatoes?
Yep, we've got both.
Great! I just picked up some steaks at the butcher's near the station on 5th Street. It's the most luxurious, high-quality meat you can find on the market. Rank A5 Wagyu beef.
Wow, Wagyu beef? Aren't they those ultra-luxurious Japanese steaks where they treat the cows like royalty to produce the tastiest meat possible? They sell those near the station on 5th Street?
Apparently, there's a company that deals in world-class beef doing a special limited edition campaign. They're shipping their steaks to smaller butchers at discount prices to raise brand awareness. It was cheaper than the supermarket, so I thought I'd have been an idiot not to buy a bunch. Well, there's still some left.
Still, surely the finest steaks in the world must have set you back a little. How much were they?
They were expensive, but I felt bad about me and my husband going off on a holiday, just the two of us, and leaving you guys behind. I thought it was only fair I splurge on something nice for you and my son, since you guys were kind to him. It won't happen again, though. We want you both to come with us next time.
I'd love to come more than anything, really, I would. The problem is, Tarian's totally swamped at work. It's the busiest time of the year for his company right now. It's hard enough for him to come home on time. And days off are a thing of the past. I think a vacation is going to be out of the question for a while.
I see. Now that you mention it, I remember him telling me he was busy. Oh well, I guess it can't be helped. We'll just have to leave him on his own while the three of us jet off to paradise together.
What? We can't do that.
Why not? It's fine by me.
I'd feel awful leaving him all on his own to go on vacation on my own.
Really? I don't think he'd mind, sweetie. Just because he's swamped with work doesn't mean you shouldn't get to let your hair down once in a while. Besides, I know how hard you work around the house. Your work ethic is military. You always keep on top of the cooking and cleaning, and we want for anything. You're like a little soldier. Just because you're not technically employed doesn't mean you don't have a job. You need vacations too, you know. It's important to relax once in a while.
I appreciate you saying that, Charlotte, but I really don't think what I do is that special. I wouldn't say I'm a soldier just because I cook and clean every now and then.
Now you're just talking silly. You work as hard as anyone, and me, my husband and my son are all eternally grateful for what you do. Our house has never sparkled as much as since when you moved in with us. Your meals are delicious. Your cakes are to die for. We don't know what my son did to deserve such an amazing, hardworking young lady, but we appreciate you. Every mealtime is a treat with you around.
I just thought I was doing my job as his wife.
You have no idea what a fussy eater my son used to be. It's like he got over it in a heartbeat when he met you. He'll eat anything you make him. Thanks to you, he's finally healthy again. There was always something wrong with him before he met you. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, indigestion. The all clear he got on his medical check last month was no coincidence, Anna. I can't tell you how grateful we all are.
I really don't do anything special.
I'm so pleased he found such a wonderful wife. I always wanted a daughter. I'll never understand how my Darien bagged himself such a keeper. But I'm not questioning it. We all feel blessed that he met you.
Charlotte, please. I mean it. I'm not special. I'm the last person who deserves all this praise. Even my own parents never praised me like this.
Really?
Yes. My parents are very strict.
Aha, maybe that explains why they raised such a fine example of a woman. In that case, my gratitude extends to your folks too.
Please stop saying all these nice things about me. I'm not used to it and I don't know how to respond.
I'm sorry, Anna. I've never meant to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just that I'm the kind of person who always says what I think. I'm honest to a fault. For better or worse, I can only apologize for this cursed disposition of mine.
Anyway, if you don't mind me changing the subject, a letter arrived addressed to Tony. It's from a lawyer's office.
A lawyer's office? Want with my 20. Would you mind opening it for me?
Are you sure it's okay I open this? It looks important.
Of course, your family.
Okay, I guess I will if you don't mind.
Thank you. So what it is? The suspense is killing me.
It's some documents about land inheritance.
Oh, that? Yes, we finally managed to sell the land recently. They're probably confirmation of sealed documents. Could you leave them on the table? We'll have a look when we get back.
You sold some land lately?
Yes, we sold almost all of the land we've owned these last 10 years. It was useless to us. We had no plans to do anything with it, and the taxes on it just made it a financial black hole.
Now that you mention it, tell me something about this. You said your family have been major landowners for generations? You said you amassed an enormous fortune through land sales.
I think enormous is taking it a bit far. Our land isn't worth that much.
Really?
It'd be a different story if we were talking center locations. But all our land is out in the middle of nowhere. But it's hardly gonna make us millionaires. Still, beats holding on to it forever though.
I see. I had no idea.
Hey Roxanne, how's it going? It's been a while. It's a travesty I haven't spoken to my own daughter-in-law's mother in so long.
Oh, it's Darian's mother. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, indeed, Lyle.
Listen, the thing is, Anna disappeared. Is she with you or your husband?
My daughter. Why, yes, she came home. She's with us now.
Phew, what a relief. She disappeared so suddenly. She had no idea what was going on. She had us all worried there for a second.
You, worried, don't make me laugh. Letting my poor daughter marry into your family was the biggest mistake of my life.
Whoa, what? Why would you say that? Did something happen?
Did something happen? You've got some nerve. Don't play dumb with me, Charlotte. My poor daughter says she's filled with nothing but regret over marrying your son. What the devil have you been doing to her?
I'm really sorry, Roxanne, but I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
No idea. That would mean you're calling my daughter a liar, would it not? Cut the crap. I know well you've been bullying her.
Bullying her? No way! We'd never do that.
And if that wasn't bad enough, that lying cretin son of yours has been two-timing her, hasn't he?
No way! That can't possibly be true. My son would never.
No matter what you say, my daughter came running home in floods of tears. And that's the undeniable truth. She was devastated. I'll believe her over the likes of you people any day of the week. I can't let her stay in that house for another second. Her and Darian are getting a divorce.
Whoa! Can we just hold our horses here? We never did any of these things you're saying. Look, she doesn't have to come and see us in person, but can she at least tell us why she left? If we did something wrong, we'll apologize right away. Anna's important to us. She's family.
So important to you that you made her life a living hell? You're just trying to twist the knife in further. Don't play games with me. We don't need your poxy apologies. How about you put your money where your mouth is and give her some compensation instead? It's only right given that you're the ones responsible for the divorce.
Hey Anna, I'm really sorry if my messages are bothering you. But the idea of things ending like this breaks my heart. Darian's head's a mess. He's so shocked over the whole thing that he had taken time off work with depression. Please respond, I'm begging you.
You just don't know when to quit.
Anna, I'm so pleased to hear from you. Thank you for replying.
What do you want?
Your parents said you're never coming back to the house.
That's right. I have no intentions of living with you again for as long as I live. Me and Darian are getting a divorce.
Did we do something to upset you? I've been racking my brains non-stop over this, sweetie. And all I can think of is that we must have been putting too much pressure on you in some way or another without realizing it. I can apologize. We're truly, truly sorry.
Why would you apologize? Didn't you say you had no idea why this was happening?
Yes, but I also know it's possible to hurt someone without being aware you're doing it. You're clearly very upset, so I had no choice but to accept the possibility that we acted thoughtlessly or cruelly towards you in some way. But I know a vague apology like this doesn't cut it. I want to apologize properly. We all do. So we'd be very grateful if you could tell us exactly.
Does it matter? Aren't Darian and his dad angry? Not only did their wife and daughter-in-law walk out on them all of a sudden, but they're also having bullying claims leveled against them and being hounded by lawyers for compensation.
They're not angry with you, sweetie. None of us are. Rather than angry, we're worried we hurt you, and we want to make things right. We heard you broke down in tears.
You're too good-natured for your own good. I can't take any more of your meddling. Never message me again.
Please, Anna, can we just talk this through? Was it all that talk of the vacation? Did you feel pressured into coming with us? Was it all the gifts me and Tony bought you when we went away for hours? Did you feel like you had to accept them? Or was it living with us in the first place? I know it's unusual to live with your in-laws these days, and I understand if you found it stressful. If you felt that living with me and Tony was all too much, then we're sorry. We'll let you have a house built for you, and Darian to make it up for you.
Wait, are you seriously offering to build a house for us?
Of course. We'll leave the design entirely up to you. You can have it made to any specifications you like. I know it might not make up for the way we made you feel, but we hope you'll accept it by a way of apology.
Please stop this. Why are you being so nice to me? You were so kind to me and I betrayed you. I threw your generosity right back in your faces. Why aren't you angry with me?
What does that mean? Anna, is there something we should know?
None of this makes sense. No matter which way you look at it, I'm the one in the wrong here. You apologized to me. It's exactly because you're this naive and good-natured that my parents are trying to manipulate you.
Your parents? What? Anna, is there another reason you left? Please, won't you tell me? From where I'm standing, it looks like you're suffering underneath the weight of something heavy, sweetie. I want you to know you don't have to suffer in silence. Don't you want to get it off your chest? We're all here for you. Will you let us help you?
Why are you always so kind to me? I don't deserve it.
Of course you deserve it. We love you and think of you as our own daughter. What kind of parents aren't there to support their own daughter in her hour of need?
Even though we're not blood related, I'm just a stranger.
Me and my husband aren't blood related either. Does that make us strangers? All families start with people who aren't blood related. When you look at it that way, surely you can see that whether we're blood related or not is...
You constantly heap praise on me like I'm so special. But what have I done to deserve it?
That's easy. You deserve it because you're amazing. You're kind, honest, and hardworking. No one deserves praise more than you.
Even though I caused you all this trouble? How can you still call me amazing, even now?
Because you're amazing. I mean everything I say. It seems like you feel guilty towards us for some reason. But I want you to know that we'll never criticize or blame you for anything. Won't you explain what's really going on here? Please. If we really did do something to upset you, we'll accept your decision and give you some space. We just wanted you to tell us what is happening.
Everything my mom said was a lie to trick you into paying us compensation. I didn't leave because you did anything bad to me. I never wanted to divorce Darian either.
I see. Does that mean your parents are the ones who tried forcing you to get a divorce?
Yes. The only reason they agreed to us getting married in the first place was because they were after your family's money. They heard you came from a long line of major landowners.
So that's what's going on here? I see. Did they want you to marry into the family so you could inherit some of the land? Then reap the profits for themselves?
Yes. My parents, they're dangerous. They'll stop at nothing when it comes to money. They forced me into both the marriage and the divorce. I had no say in any of it.
But why did they change their minds and tell you to divorce if it was our land they were after?
Well, because they found out you weren't as rich as they initially thought you were.
Oh dear. What a shame we couldn't live up to their expectations.
I'm so sorry. I was never interested in your money, I swear. I was more than happy with the life you provided me with. But my parents, they're different. Their greed knows no bounds. No sooner have they swindled money out of one victim than they moved on to the next. Never satisfied with anything, always hungry for more. They said I have to find a richer man to marry.
I see. Well, what about you? What do you want to do? Do you want a divorce?
No, that's the last thing I want. I love you all. I think of you as my real parents. You're nothing like my family at all. You're kind, loving, caring, considerate. You don't know. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm happy and at peace when we're together.
You did say your parents were strict before. You also mentioned how they'd never said anything nice to you, is that right?
Exactly. All I am to them is a convenient tool to be used to accomplish their goals. I can't remember a single time they praised me. That's why I've been so happy ever since I married Darian and met you guys. I want to come back. I want to be with you all again.
Anna, where the hell did you disappear to?
I'm going home.
What are you talking about? Your home is here with us.
Wrong. I'm still married. And my home is with my husband.
What a load of nonsense. You will do as I tell you. Forget that sorry posse of broke losers. You need to find yourself a richer family to marry into.
I'm done following your orders. If you're so desperate for me to marry into money, how about you do it yourself?
What's gotten into you? Why are you acting like this all of a sudden? Do they have some kind of dirt on you or something?
No, it's not like that at all. Darian and his family taught me what it is to love and to be loved, to be kind and to be treated with kindness. They taught me what it feels like to belong. That's why I want to be with them.
Love, what a load of drive. You don't deserve to be loved, and you damn well know it. Hurry up and get your ass home now.
I'll be taking over from here, Roxanne. It's Darian's mom, Charlotte.
Are you the one who brainwashed my daughter? Give her back, or I'll call the police.
Be my guest, but I have no real location of any of us doing anything illegal. So you'd be wasting your time.
You stole my daughter!
She came back here of her own free will. We didn't force her to do anything, and we certainly didn't steal her. She's a fully grown woman and she's perfectly capable of making her own decisions. Which part of that sounds illegal to you?
You brainwashed her. She was never like this before. Brainwashing is a crime.
Do you have any proof of this alleged brainwashing? Do you seriously the cops are going to budge an inch? On such a vague, baseless claim?
I'll never agree to my daughter living with you. I'm her mother, and my word is law. When I say something doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's final. It's her duty as my child to obey me.
I'm repeating myself here, but Anna's a fully grown woman capable of making her own decisions, whether you like it or not. She's free to marry and associate with who she likes, and there's not a thing you can do to change that. They're called human rights, and it's time you learn to respect them. Don't you think it's a bit rich to accuse us of breaking the law when you're the ones who've been ignoring her human rights by controlling every aspect of her life for as long as she can remember?
Oh, we control every aspect of her life, do we? Now I've heard it all. Don't be so ridiculous.
If you don't, then why did you force her to get married? And why did you try forcing her to divorce? At what point did you plan on giving her a say in any of it? She told me everything. The plan was to have a divorce with my son and find a richer man to marry so you could get your claws into his family's inheritance. Do you think in terms of nothing but your own gain with no regard of who gets hurt in the process? Even your own daughter's no exception? You're more than happy to ignore her feelings if it means getting what you want.
No. You've got this all backwards, you moronic simpleton. It's precisely because I want my daughter to be happy that I told her to marry into a rich family in the first place. How could she ever be happy spending her life with a bunch of broke losers like you?
You genuinely cared about your daughter's happiness. Surely you would have taken what she wanted into consideration.
Nonsense. She's young and stupid. She doesn't ask for her. Everyone knows that the ultimate form of happiness a woman can achieve is that of marrying into a rich family.
I simply don't see things the same way. The ultimate form of happiness for anyone is to have a place to call home, where you can love and be loved. Anna told me her whole life was a living hell up until the point she met Darian. She said she felt like she was in paradise when she moved in with us. Her life with you and her dad couldn't have been any further from happiness. You should be disgusted and ashamed with yourself for everything you put her through.
Unlike you, I'm not naive or foolish enough to spoil my child for no reason. The only reason I'm strict with Anna is because I want what's best for her.
As twisted as it is, let's say for argument's sake that this is your way of showing her you love her. What's the point if it does nothing but make her feel like her life is an unbearable hell? She said she never wants to see or hear from either of you ever again. She's breaking off all contact.
What did you say? Surely she wouldn't abandon her own family like this.
As far as Anna's concerned, we're the only family she has. She said she thinks of me as her real mother.
What? Why the devil would my daughter choose a bunch of naive, broke losers like you over her own mother and father? We're flesh and blood. This can't be.
Her patience with you has reached its limits. All she feels for you is hatred and disappointment now. You think the fact that you're blood-related gives you full license to treat her like dirt? To use her as a tool to manipulate and control to achieve your twisted, selfish ends? To pile so much pressure on her that she feels her life is no longer worth living? Thank you for giving birth to her, but we'll be taking her off of your hands from now. And unlike you, we're going to treat her with the love, kindness, and respect she deserves. Goodbye. Goodbye. After that, Anna completely broke off all ties with her ex-parents. With that, she came to fully accept our love and kindness, no longer feeling restrained by the expectations and ambitions of her parents as she was before. None of us are in contact anymore, so I'm not too sure what her ex-parents are up to these days. But we did hear something from her Aunt Linda, the one relative she's still in contact with. Apparently, they're so up to their ears in debt where they're struggling to make ends meet. And it's looking like they're going to have to sell the house and start working again to keep on top of the exorbitant repayments. Unfortunately for them, Anna has no regrets over her decision to say goodbye, which means there isn't a single person left in the world they can rely on for help. They're so insignificant to us that they don't even come up in conversation anymore. I know it's silly, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel a little guilty for my role in the destruction of her relationship with her parents, which is why we all intend to do everything in our power to make her feel as happy, loved, and cared as we could possibly can from here on out. This means now and forever.